Morning. Here we are, end of week 24. Something a little different today. Instead of being sat behind my desk in Abu Dhabi, I'm time management at its best. Bit of time on feet walking, via the one stop to get the milk, and push this video out at the same time. So, and best of all, it's another cracking July morning. So we're it's about 1.2 kilometers up to the one stop. Find a couple of kilometers back. Maybe do a bit more later today. Anyway, I digress. Week 24. So, as I said last week, week 24 is a taper week. So not a great deal of work going on. Monday was a nice recovery day, and I was basically sorting stuff out in Abu Dhabi, ready to travel on leave. Tuesday then, I travelled to the UK. So again, nothing done. I did do a bit of time on feet walking, but it wasn't logged. Wednesday saw us doing a 9k tempo run. So I just went down. I got dropped out at Ponty Mile Basin on the canal and ran home. Used the canal, although it's not completely flat, it's relatively flat. So I used that for my tempo run. Crossed over to the river, down the river, and then was picked up at the boating lake. So that was good. I followed that up with a back-to-back easy run on Wednesday, which was also pretty good. 7k, just 7k, nice and steady pace, not too fast. Went well. Thursday then, Friday, both recovery days. Nothing done, no time on feet walking, anything like that. It then brought us to Saturday long run, final long run for the Ultra X next week. 14k, well, supposed to be 14k. I say 14k, it wasn't 14k. Morning.
Morning.
You alright?
Yeah, all good, thanks.
Yeah, good,
Yeah, well good.
So I say, yeah, 14k. It wasn't 14k, it came in about 12.5k. So I dropped down from Hentless to the canal at Teacock, along the canal to 5 locks, then back along the top through Thornhill and Teacanal. Nice run. I like that run actually. I'm not quite sure why I made it shorter yesterday on Saturday. I'm really not, but there we are. Anyway, but that was good. So that round wound the week off. So there's no walking logged, just some running, which was good. And then Sunday, something completely different yesterday. Run, walk, crawl, had the Dragon Coastal races going. So I put my hand up for volunteering. And I went and helped out on the checkpoint at Aberthorpe, what used to be Aberthorpe Power Station, which was good fun. It was a hot day, really hot day. Must admit, I felt sorry for the 100 milers. They were like 81 miles in by the time they got to our checkpoint, and some of them were really suffering with the heat yesterday. 50 milers, yeah, they were actually seemed to be suffering more than the 100 milers. The 30 milers, they were just blasting it through. They really were. There were some really fast times. Mind you, first place on the 100 miler put it in 19 hours, 57 minutes, which was unreal time. But there we are. So, that was last week. Let me get my phone out for the scores on the doors from last week, which wasn't huge. So I put it up just under 29k of running last week, about 3.5 hours worth, but it did give me sort of 447 meters of elevation gain, which was nice. I'm trying to keep the elevation gain down last week and obviously this week. Total time on the doors then, I've now got about 1,000 and I haven't got my glasses on, see, 1,083 kilometers on the clock, with about 132 hours and about just over 15,000 meters of elevation gain. So not a great deal more to go on to there now this week. There'll be virtually no elevation gain. I've got a couple of easy runs. I'll do the one up the Blorenge, and I'll do the one down the boating lake, which will pretty much flat. So yeah, with that's pretty much the final figures on the doors now. So it brings us to this week, the final week. So a little bit of time on feet walking today. Not a huge amount. I probably won't put any more than 6k in total. So I'll do this walk now, which is going to give me about 3k, and I'll do the same again this evening. Tomorrow then, easy run. Going to go up to the Blorenge, put in an easy run. 7k around the Blorenge. Well, I said I'm going to go up the Blorenge. There was a fire up there yesterday, but I think it was overcome out, not the Blorenge, so hopefully it should be okay. But we need to check that out today. And then Wednesday, stretching. Just do a pile of stretching on Wednesday a couple of times. Thursday, final easy run down at the boating lake. Really easy, we'll be taking that. And then Friday, Saturday again, plenty of stretching. Keep the mobility going. Friday is sign-on day. So me and Elliot will go up to Langorst, sign on Friday evening. Ready for the big day on Sunday. Has it all been worth it? So time will tell. We will know by Sunday night at the end of the day. So yeah, this is it. In fact, I guess this will be the last update video. Next week's it'll all be I'm not going to say a bad dream, because it won't be a bad dream. I think next week's will just be a lessons learned video to close this series off. Anyway, that's it. Catch you all next week after the race.